To my future wife, Part 5, Security, an open letter. February 18th, 2024, 10:35 p.m. Dear Grace, I didn't make it to the stand-up. It took a while for me to record the last letter. I really dislike hearing my voice as is. I don't mind it as much once it's amplified through speakers, so I'm hoping when I'm on stage I won't sound like me. February 19th, 1:37 p.m. Hi Grace. I really do not care about the holidays. Apparently today is a holiday. I didn't find out until I arrived at the library and the door didn't automatically open in my presence. I clued in quickly, Grace. It's happened before. Last night I was watching a video by Rob and realized that although I haven't been homeless in the last 3 years, I have been mentally homeless, lonely, which means I haven't had a significant human interaction in a long time. However, I'm old, I've done this before in my life, self-isolate. I don't have a particular method of ending the isolation. It's been different every time. I do know that if I don't give up, eventually either I succeed or sometimes something falls into my lap. Are you falling into my lap, Grace? What are your thoughts on my thighs? I just realized, Grace, I can embed the video I was watching of Rob. In this video, Rob speaks about being harassed by security. This is not the first time he's talked about it. It's almost a daily subject in his videos. I pushed him in the past to record the interaction with either audio or video, but he's not interested. I understand in a sense, it's confrontational even if they don't know they are being recorded, but on the other hand, everyone is being recorded these days, and why not? Why shouldn't an employee dealing with the public be responsible for their words and actions? I say put a body cam on every security guard at every mall. If you're a respectable company, what do you have to hide? What I really don't understand is Rob's other excuse for not complaining about it, or filming the guards, their families. What if they lose their job because I post a video that will harm their families, is Rob's logic. My logic is their family should know their loved one is treating others poorly in public. Do they also treat their own family like shit? Or do they secretly take their frustrations out on the hobos like Rob? Allowing a security guard to continue with this mentality will not help Rob or the other people they are harassing, which is probably anyone with a slight homeless appearance. I know this firsthand, Grace, as a slightly homeless appearance describes me perfectly, and on occasion, security guards watch me, most notably plainclothes security officers in Safeway. I don't know why they don't trust me, but I do know when I'm being watched by security. However, they mean nothing to me, and most days I don't interact. But if I'm grumpy, I do get grumpy, Grace, I may walk up to them and say, "Watch someone else, asshole," which I admit is a bit confrontational, but on the other hand, I know what they can or cannot do, and it's not much. The most they could do is trespass me from the store, but why? I shop there almost daily. The plainclothes can follow me around the store all they like, but once I notice, I can follow them around the store, or walk up to them and stare them in their eyes like a psycho until they walk away. What's he going to do, hit me? He'll lose his job, and I'll be recording the incident, which I will publish on YouTube, TikTok, X, and everywhere else I please. It's not that I don't care about their families, Grace. I simply feel that everyone should be accountable for their actions. I have no problems with everything in public being filmed. Realize if you're going to pick your nose on the sidewalk, it's being filmed somewhere. From a Tesla to a home security camera, it's being captured. I have an excellent memory, Grace. I remember how I felt every time I spent months or years alone without a partner, or with the thought of never having a partner again. I think this is where Rob is stuck. He's made his decision about life and love, and no matter what anyone says on YouTube, he's doing it his way. I get it, it's his right, but he also has no alternative viewpoint, nobody to challenge him, and if someone does question him on YouTube, he can easily ignore the comments. Although he has 4,000 viewers, he's isolated himself by ignoring suggestions, no matter how logical. You're not real yet, Grace, but I pretend you are. You're not real yet, Grace, but I pretend you are. I bounce these ideas off my head into your pretend personality to ensure I'm not crazy or off my rocker after spending so much time alone. It's not difficult. I simply create a fictional character in my head who would hold me accountable for my bullshit, both in life and in words. The result was Grace. kind and gentle, but also able to see through me, my logic, my words, my bullshit, for the underlying meaning. Maybe I should become YouTube consultant, Grace. I just checked Rob's page and this is today's story. It's a story about his shelter getting destroyed again. It's happened more than once. Well, unfortunate, Grace, it's also an opportunity to film the new camp. Rob has a tripod from the dollar store and extra battery, so why not? Show your viewers what your day-to-day life is really like instead of giving us a talking head and one small glimpse at the end. Rob will use an excuse not to do this, like, I don't want anyone to know where it is, but that is easily fixed by adjusting the angle of a time-lapse. Don't show any identifiable features and you're safe from anyone on YouTube trying to find you. Although I'd be more worried about the other homeless people messing with you, or messing with my tent at night, than someone on YouTube tracking me down. Who has more incentive? I'll try that again, Grace. Although if I was you, I'd be more worried about other homeless people messing with my tent at night than someone on YouTube tracking me down. Who has more incentive? Anyone with a general beef against the homeless don't need YouTube to find them. They are everywhere. I'm not going to suggest a time-lapse to Rob. He's ignored any suggestions by his viewers, so I'll wait for the inevitable talking head later tonight or tomorrow and post it for you, Grace. I'll admit if he doesn't do it, I'm wrong, and this didn't occur. I'll admit if I'm wrong and this doesn't occur, or if it does, and I won't say I told you so like a child, my alter ego. This is take one, by the way, Grace. I'm only ever doing one take. 4:20 p.m. I wonder where you live, Grace. For some reason I suspect you live nearby. Not down the street, but the same city, or maybe across the bridge near my house, the one I stare at nightly for hours through my window. I have options, Grace. Rob doesn't. I shouldn't criticize his choices. I'm frustrated I can't help him directly. One day. Until then, I'll focus on myself, you, and comedy. I'm only one step up from homeless, Grace. I rent a room in a house. It's not a roommate type situation, more of a boarding house. My room is 11 feet by 19 feet. It contains a dresser, an office table and chair, a bed, a sitting chair, a footstool, a fridge, wardrobe, and a nightstand. Plus a kettle and a rice cooker. On my floor there are 5 rooms. Currently there is one couple in a room and then 2 female students, 1 male student, and myself. I don't know what the couple does. They may be students as well. I believe there are a lot of students living here, and most are not from Canada. I've lived here 3 years and 3 months, not the longest in the house, but the longest on my floor. I don't say much to my roommates other than the occasional hi. I almost accidentally walked into one of them the other day, and we both said a Canadian sorry at the same time, but in general it's hi or nothing. I'm not sure what they think of me, Grace, and I don't care. It doesn't matter. Many days I don't see anyone from the house, but I can hear them. I know they are there. Before I found this room, I was in Rob's position, never being sure if I'll have a place to sleep. I remember that feeling. It's horrible. The anxiety. I doubt he sleeps well at night. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't look at my room as a home, Grace. It's a temporary situation until the next phase of my life begins. I'm disappointed in myself. It's been 3 years to initiate this next phase. However, thanks to you, Grace, and others like you, I'm ready. To be fair, it's been 7 years since I've had a home. The day my child graduated high school, almost. I hit the road and never looked back. 2 years working, 2 years not working, and sponging off friends and relatives, and the last 3 here, living off provincial disability and CPP. I'm your basic loser, Grace. Why do you even continue reading? I know I won't live where I am forever, but until recently I thought maybe it would be my last stand. Now I see a life on the road with comedy and hopefully writing. If I keep this room, it'll be my home base, not my home. I believe, Grace, I was meant to travel. I don't know why. I don't directly believe in reincarnation, and although if someone showed me physical evidence, I'd reconsider my position. However, at times it feels like I was once an explorer who moved locations daily, never stopping. Do you believe in reincarnation, Grace? What do you believe in outside of the physical? Speaking of comedy, Grace, it's Monday, and the other inspiration in my life besides Rob is Tony Hinchcliffe and his podcast, Kill Tony. There's a new episode every Monday at 6 p.m. If you want to view where my comedy inspiration comes from, this is the show. I do watch other professional comedians sometimes on Netflix, but Kill Tony is the level I'm at, and provides me with more ideas and inspiration than the polished professionals. If you watch and you hate it, Grace, then you'll probably hate me, as my sense of humor is as rude and crude as theirs. On the other hand, if you love it, you're probably a little demented, which I like. Thanks for listening, Grace. And yes, I realize there's a bit of hypocrisy in this letter. I can't wait until